I don't think you want any help.
That's
I think you
not
want to have a
true.
little pity party.
No.
Yeah, I think Annie wants a little pity party.
You're one of the funniest actors of all time, Melissa McCarthy, and it looks like humor runs in your family because Jenny McCarthy, who happens to be your first cousin, is pretty hilarious too. Back in the 90s, Jenny helped you land your first TV role when she invited you to guest star on The View. And well, the rest is pretty much history. If it hadn't been for your last names, we never would have made the connection. And the same goes for most of the other famous family members in this video.
Has anyone else in your family won an Emmy?
No.
Tons of talented stars share the spotlight with their family members, but just because they share the same DNA doesn't necessarily mean they share the same dining table. Watch until the end to find out which English royal has been directly linked to Dakota and Elle Fanning. Emily Blunt and Stanley Tucci first met in 2006 on the set of The Devil Wears Prada, and back then, they had no way of knowing that they would one day become family. 4 years later, in 2010, Emily and John Krasinski tied the knot at the Lake Como home of George Clooney, and Emily invited her former co-star to her wedding, and that's where Stanley Tucci met Emily's older sister, Felicity Blunt. It's easy to spot the resemblance between Emily and Felicity, so you might be wondering why you weren't aware that Emily had a sister in the first place.
We didn't fight that much. It was more like stupid squabbles.
Well, the truth of the matter is that Felicity enjoys keeping a low profile. Felicity married Stanley in 2012. They have 5 children together, 3 of whom are from Stanley's previous marriage. So, there you have it. Emily is Stanley's sister-in-law.
At Emily Blunt's wedding, you meet your future wonderful wife.
Hollywood is full of famous mother and daughter duos, like Zoe Kravitz and her mom Lisa Bonet, and Kate Hudson and her mom Goldie Hawn. But did you know that the legendary Uma Thurman also has a famous daughter? Her name is Maya Hawke, and the resemblance is uncanny. If the name Maya Hawke doesn't ring a bell, it's only a matter of time before it does. Either way, you probably know her as Robin Buckley from season 3 of Stranger Things.
She sounds awesome.
She is awesome.
Uma is known for having collaborated with Quentin Tarantino a handful of times, and it looks like history is going to repeat itself. After all, Maya did have a role in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But Uma isn't Maya's only famous parent. Her father is Ethan Hawke, after all.
Maya, your parents are in the business. Do they give you...
Are they?
Are they?
Diana Ross is one of the most popular singers in the world. She's so famous, she transcends generations. She was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988. So yeah, she's a pretty big deal. But did you know that one of Diana's daughters is also a celebrity? That's right. Actress Tracee Ellis Ross is the icon's daughter, and she bears a striking resemblance to her mother. Tracee has starred in popular TV shows like Girlfriends and Blackish.
They changed our polling place.
Of course they did. They want to make it harder for us to find them.
And she's a famous producer too. But wait, how are Tracee and Diana linked to Ashlee Simpson? Well, through marriage, of course. Turns out Diana's youngest son, Evan, tied the knot with Ashlee in 2014. Ashlee gets to call Diana Ross her mother-in-law. Now, how cool is that?
This is my family.
Back in 2012, award-winning actor Halle Berry revealed some very surprising news during an interview with Extra. According to the star, she's distantly related to Sarah Palin, the former governor of Alaska. According to Halle, she and Sarah are connected through her mother's side of the family. Although Sarah and Halle's family tree might connect at the roots, both of these ladies have very different political views. And Halle isn't about to reach out anytime soon.
That's what I said. No!
On a side note, Halle is believed to be related to the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, through her father's side of the family. Aretha's family has revealed the connection, stating that Halle's grandmother and Aretha's grandmother were first cousins. Halle isn't the only star to receive mind-blowing news when it comes to her family tree. Keep watching to find out which A-list actor Justin Bieber is reportedly related to.
Why, what? Is it like a DNA thing?
Actor Jonah Hill has been making us laugh since he first made waves in 2004. Jonah's real name is Jonah Hill Feldstein, but he chose to drop his last name when entering the industry. It wasn't until early 2020 that fans made the connection between Jonah and his sister, Beanie Feldstein. But now that the truth is out, everyone's freaking out. Beanie is just as hilarious as her brother. She played Nora in Neighbors 2 Sorority Rising and Julie in Lady Bird, but most recently, Beanie portrayed Molly in the film Booksmart.
We are smart and fun.
a performance that resulted in a Golden Globe nomination. Now that the world has finally put two and two together, fans are excited to one day see the famous brother-sister duo share the big screen. But Jonah and Beanie aren't the only famous siblings in their family. As it turns out, they had a brother named Jordan, who sadly passed away in 2018. He was a celebrated music manager who had worked with Maroon 5 since the very beginning. Jordan had also worked with musicians like Elle King and Rick Springfield.
Jonah Hill still finds his brother's death painful to talk about.
Thomas Brodie Sangster is an English actor who keeps a low profile despite working on some major productions. In 2013, Thomas made headlines when he starred as Jojen Reed in the popular TV series Game of Thrones. And just 1 year later, Thomas was cast as Newt in the Maze Runner franchise. Tom is known for his youthful appearance. You may never know that the star turns 30 in May of 2020. Thomas has been acting since he was 11 years old. You might recognize him from the movie Love Actually, in which he played a love-struck middle school kid named Sam.
You really want to know?
In this film, Hugh Grant portrays the Prime Minister, who happens to be Sam's uncle. But did you know that Hugh and Thomas are related in real life too? Turns out, these two stars are second cousins. This might come as a surprise considering that they have a 29-year age gap between them, but it's the truth. Thomas, who is known for voicing Ferb in the Phineas and Ferb franchise, shares the same DNA as the king of rom-coms.
Oh, you are? That's great. No, that's good. It's wonderful going back to school at your
height.
Yes.
What do Justin Bieber, Avril Lavigne, and Ryan Gosling have in common? They're all famous Canadians, that's what. But that's not all. Back in January of 2019, Justin Bieber revealed that he was distant cousins with both Ryan and Avril. Justin found this out by using Ancestry.com and immediately posted his findings on Instagram with the caption, "This is the best day of my life." The pop star posted a graph that proved that Ryan was his 11th cousin removed. Turns out Ryan and Justin were even born in the same hospital.
You lost me there with that one.
Bieber's mother, Patty Millette, is related to Thomas Gosling, who is Ryan's father. What are the odds of that? Now that we think of it, Ryan and Justin do sort of look alike. And let's not forget that these celebrities both got their start at a very young age. So it looks like talent does run in the family. And the same can be said about Avril Lavigne, who happens to be Justin's 12th cousin removed. Avril was just as surprised as Justin by the connection, and she reached out to him online, stating that this year she'd be hosting Christmas supper.
There's like more love than ever.
Stellan Skarsgård is a Swedish actor who has starred in dozens of huge productions. He's delivered amazing performances in award-winning movies like Good Will Hunting, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and The Avengers. He's a classic A-list actor who doubles as a family man. We're not kidding around. Stellan literally has 6 children, and believe it or not, but 2 of them are well on their way to becoming just as famous as their dad, if not more. First up is Alexander Skarsgård. You might know him as Eric Northman from True Blood, or John Clayton from The Legend of Tarzan. Alexander also portrayed Perry Wright on the TV series Big Little Lies.
Hey, toys down, food up. Up 2.
And then there's his younger brother, Bill Skarsgård, who is both a model and an actor. He's been acting since he was a kid, and obviously he's just as talented as his dad. Bill landed his first major role in 2013 when he was cast as Roman Godfrey in the TV series Hemlock Grove. Then in 2017, Bill managed to snag the role of Pennywise in the horror movie It. Both Bill and his brother Alexander will be starring in the upcoming movie The Northman. So keep an eye out for this famous brother duo.
Okay, how can we make this different?
Miley Cyrus got her start on the Disney Channel when she was cast as Miley Stewart on the hit TV show Hannah Montana. Miley's dad portrayed her father on the show, so everyone already knew that she was related to the famous country singer Billy Ray Cyrus. What they didn't know, however, was that Miley was linked to Dolly Parton in more ways than one. Throughout her career as an actor and singer, Miley has experimented with many different genres, but she never strays too far from her country roots. She's a Southern gal after all. This is something that Miley and Dolly have in common. Oh, that and the fact that Dolly Parton is Miley's godmother.
Miley is dear to me. I think Miley's one of the most talented people I know.
Billy chose to make Dolly his daughter's godmother because of their close relationship. And to this very day, Miley calls the country icon her fairy godmother. The pop star has received some heat for her unpredictable ways in the past, but Dolly has always had her back. That's what family is for, right?
And I just love her to pieces. I'm glad she's mine.
Dakota and Elle Fanning are two of the most famous siblings in Hollywood. They were born in America, but they have a strong British background. Dakota started acting when she was just a kid, and her younger sister Elle soon followed in her footsteps. Elle is well known for portraying Princess Aurora in the Maleficent franchise, but as it turns out, playing a princess isn't exactly a stretch for the actor.
Philip asked me to marry him.
After all, she does have some royal DNA running through her veins. The siblings who will be playing on-screen sisters for the first time in the upcoming movie The Nightingale have been linked to the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton. According to Ancestry.com, they're Kate's 21st cousins. Oh, and they're also descendants of King Edward I.
It's inspirational, I guess, for me.
Which of these secret celebrity liaisons surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to The Things for more. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.